It's Per back with another video, and I know I just did a Captain Marvel review last night. If you haven't checked that out yet, go check that out. Link will be in the description below. But after really letting it soak in and marinate and really thinking about the film, I know in my review I gave it a basic 7, because a basic 7 to me is just like it's meh, or it's just average. But really looking at other reviewers, other people reaction to the film, but keep this in mind, I still feel how I feel about the film. There's the things I still like in this film, and there's things that I didn't like in this film. But I would have this is pretty much kind of like a part 2 to that review. But I want to say shout out to SSJK Dot, that's the bro, and shout out to the Black Guru, because they made some really great points in the reviews of this, especially K Dot, man. K Dot's been killing it consistently. But anyways, like, what I want to point out right quick, like, that I noticed in this film, I don't know if anybody else touched on this, I'm not sure, but Captain Marvel can't fight, yo. Captain Marvel is trash with her hands. If you like, she didn't win any fights against people with just her bare hands. She had to use her powers, and that shit is just like, what? Like, if Captain Marvel and Black Widow were to throw down just hand to hand, Captain Marvel's losing every time. Every time. She cannot fight. She's trash. And I seen somebody else I'm subscribed to, one of the tech channels that I'm subscribed to, they did their review on it. The YouTube tech guy, like, he said this was better than Iron Man, which, he's right. He has the right to his own opinion, but that's a little wild. I would never say that. I would never say this was better than Iron Man, or even the first Captain America, not even the first Thor. Like, the more that I think about this film, the more that problems keep popping up in my head. The stuff with Nick Fury, I'm cool with, even though I definitely see what people are talking about now. Like, I definitely see what they mean when they say, like, they kind of fucked up Nick Fury's character in this movie. And not only Nick Fury's character, just the whole MCU as a whole. Because I think with them making Captain Marvel like this centerpiece, all of a sudden now it's just like, that's going to, if they don't, scratch that. All right, so pretty much Captain Marvel kind of retcons the whole MCU as a whole, and not in a really good way. So hopefully Disney and Marvel take the time to really look at the criticism of this film and completely change it if you're going to make a sequel, or hell, even recast Brie Larson. Like, can't, like, kill her contract, you know, pay her off, whatever you have to do, recast her and get somebody else that's not going to affect your money going forward. Because I think with this movie, it's going to hurt a lot of movies going forward. People that were fans of the comics and fans of this franchise, I just really see, like, a lot of issues that people have with this film. And I see it now too, like how the Avengers got their name. Like, that shit, when I saw that really rubbed me the wrong way. I was like, come on, bro, are you serious? Come on, son. That shit was stupid. But there's a lot of things in this, like with Captain Marvel not being able to fight, them retconning pretty much the whole MCU, pretty much, and yo, shout out to Black Guru, because he made a really good point, right? If she gets her power from the Tesseract, how the fuck is she stronger than Vision? I don't know, man. Maybe that'll get explained in Endgame or something like that. But I really feel like they really need to, I think Marvel really needs to really look at this film and decide, do we still want to go in this direction, or do we want to switch it up and go back to what people loved us for in the first place? You know, with all that being said though, I have to change my grade on this film. And that's just solely just because I'm sitting here thinking about it, and the more I think about it, the more issues pop up in my head with this film. So I'm going to change this rating from a 7, a basic 7, to about a 6. I would say a 6.6 or a 6.5. It's sitting at a 6.5 right now. Yeah, it's just a lot of issues with this, like, and don't even get me started on the SJW shit that, like, it's clear as day in this film. I didn't really get to mention it in my review, because my review is really just the first impressions, what I felt just at that moment. But now that it's almost been 24 hours, I can really think about it and really digest it. And there's a lot of issues with this movie. Not just the movie, just where it's placed at in the MCU as a whole, and how it's going to affect all the movies going forward. Not just Captain Marvel. It's not going to affect Endgame. I mean, it's going to affect Endgame and movies moving forward. So hopefully Marvel can figure this out and really look into this. But that's my final thoughts. I'll check y'all out later.
I want when they see me, they know that every day when I'm breathing, it's for us to go farther. I gotta do more than just the average man would do. I gotta set a mark that can't nobody touch. The place that I won't go, and I feel as though if you got love and you putting out real shit, you can do that. If you kicking that shit from your heart, you can go wherever your heart wants you to go. You have to be diligent about what you want. You have to apply yourself. You have to motivate yourself. And you have to do it for yourself, by yourself. And then you can do things for other people.